We arrived at AreaBFE, Moab, Utah.
In 800 feet, turn left.
And once we got there, we managed to find a nice pitch and started setting up our camp. So unloading all the things from the toy hauler and getting ourselves set up so we've got a nice little pit area. Then it was straight on to signing on, registering for the race and getting all our wristbands and stuff. And then teching the car, so this is scrutineering for the car, getting it all checked out, make sure we've got all the right safety gear and stuff. And the car's in good order, which it was, you know, we raced KOH not a few months before, so all was good there.
Super brand new, like me. Yeah, it looks pretty shiny. Thanks, sir. Might as well come back in, mate.
Yeah. Get out for it. Where do you find these guys?
That's a good race. Was 10 in American. 3 8s.
So what are you doing?
Harry's just moved the navigation for me so I can use it as a single seat so I can see it, so it's not all the way over there. So we've kind of bodged it a little bit. Well, not bodged it, but it's not optimal where it is. Ideally, it would be really cool to make a mount that mounted to the original mount over there and then have like an arm that swung out over here. So it's right next to me and I can see it, but this will work, it's just not optimal. We are at Moab, so the AreaBFE ULTRA4 Beatdown, I think it's called. The car's all set. We're just doing a few little bits and bobs, moving the navigation thing so I can see it a bit better because I'm going to be in the car on my own. No co-driver, which I think might be a first for me. Yeah, and yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Quite a gnarly course. We haven't walked it yet, but historically it's quite a gnarly place. Lots of rocks. Not a super fast race, very technical. We've got qualifying tomorrow and then pre-running later on this afternoon in about 2 hours time. So we're just going through the car, doing a few bits and bobs. Harry's just checked the coolant levels and stuff like that, but I think we're pretty much set. So we're just gonna enjoy it from now. So now it's time to do the pre-running, so checking out the course, driving the course at a pre-running pace which is slower than race pace, and this is so that you can get an idea of the course and where you're going, set up your navigation, maybe set up the car a little bit and stuff like that. At this point we didn't have a co-driver, so I was in the car on my own, which was a little bit daunting for this sort of race because it's a bigger race. It's not just a short course race that's easy to remember and stuff like that. This was me in the car on my own entirely, nobody in my ear, and figuring it out and navigating it all myself. Pre-running was interesting, let's say. It was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Trying to sort of navigate the course, as you see, it isn't too bad, but doing it lap after lap and being able to push lap after lap without, you know, taking the extra time to confirm where you're going and read the navigation on the device and stuff like that was quite awkward. I'd also discovered that the front locker wasn't working, which for most of the lap wasn't too much of a problem, but there was one section that was quite a big rock climb, and I found out very quickly that I definitely needed the locker. I managed to get out of the situation I was in with a little bit of winching and help from another driver that was out of his car, and I got through, but it made it difficult then. At that point we had to do a bit of thinking and figure out what the next plan was for that part of the course.
Qualifying was pretty wild. We managed to find ourselves a co-driver, Stuart Hanna, who was there with his family, and he was also co-driving for another team. And a good friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, Chris Ray, who helps us with all of our racing out in the States, managed to get in touch with another racer and sort of basically put us together.
Up next is Shabs Piercy with Team Syncro Racing, a Can-Am X3. OBOR tires, Par Homes, Swepco Lube, UK, Triple R lighting, and Sea Devil.
When we headed out on the qualifying lap, it was super short, really cool, but was over in a flash. Quite happy with the performance, the car was good, and yeah, we just flew at it really. Stu had never seen the course, so although he was there at the race, he hadn't yet been out and actually seen the course or done any pre-running. The other car that he was racing with or co-driving with in the 4800 class hadn't qualified yet either, so he was going in blind at this point.
Here comes Shabs Piercy. All the way from the United Kingdom. It looks like we got everything back up. Rennie, I do apologize if you were on the season of juice up a little bit. We're doing our best here to make it work. We're obviously pretty remote. I can't even make a text or a phone call hardly. But we got the Starlink out here making it happen. So again, a huge shout out to Chris with Take It Live for helping us put this all together. But yeah, I've got one of our drivers that just set pole for the 4600 Spider Track class.
So it was qualifying this afternoon at AreaBFE, and it didn't go too bad actually. It was super short, way shorter than I thought it was going to be. At one point I actually thought we maybe went the wrong way and have just cut course or something, but it was just a really short course. It went well, it went fine. It was less than a minute and a half. So yeah, you're on adrenaline, didn't really take it in. Car was perfectly fine, did everything it needed to do. We're just going to swap out wheel bearing on the driver's side because we think that there's just a bit too much play for the race, and it's quite tough out here, so sticking a new one in is probably a good idea. Otherwise, not too bad. We had some dramas yesterday with the diff, or not the diff itself, but the electric side of locking the diff, which we thought we'd fixed, or we did fix, kind of. And then I made a mistake out on course and left the car running with the diff engaged, which wiped out some wiring and very nearly burned the car down, so that would have been cool. But other than that, it's going good. The car's in a good place. We're second in class, and that means that we'll be off the line 4th overall. Tomorrow, 9 AM our time here in Utah, which will be about 4 PM in the UK. So yeah, we're just going to do a few bits, enjoy the blistering hot sun that I'm definitely not used to, and then see how tomorrow goes. So yeah, loving it with these oval tyres as well. They hook up in these rocks amazingly good.
We did a few checks on the car and went through it after qualifying and everything, so it was ready for race day.
Oh, look at my best jeans. I'm gonna wear these for another 3 weeks, you know.
What are you doing?
Just moving this racing tracks box unit thing to the passenger side because we've got a co-driver in now, so it doesn't need to be on my side. There's one less thing for me to look at and worry about.
We couldn't get on top of the front locker issue. We tried, and we thought we fixed it for a short period of time, but then we had some other issues and basically caused some damage that we couldn't fix at the race. which meant we were running without a front locker. So we still had front drive, but no locker in the front, which wasn't too bad apart from this one point that I mentioned previously when I was doing the pre-running. Luckily, I managed to find a bypass around that tougher section. It was going a much further distance, but it meant that I didn't have to tackle that horrible pinch point and climb, and it just meant we were doing extra miles, but it didn't beat on the car so much either, which wasn't too bad. Other than that, fuel up, check the rest of the car, nut and bolt check, and then head out for race day tomorrow.
Where'd you guys qualify at?
4th overall.
4th overall.
Yeah.
I think I'm right behind you.
Yeah. So all the navigation stuff that we moved over to the driver's side so I could see it when I was in the car on my own, we've moved back to the passenger side so that Stuart could see it and use it, and it was less things for me to worry about. Race day then, and with qualifying going as well as it did, we were 4th off the line overall out of all the cars, which was pretty good. And that meant that we haven't got many people in front of us if we wanted to take the win. First lap started really great. We were taking it super steady. At this point, I'd only done 2 laps, I think it was, of pre-running, and Stuart hadn't really seen much of it either. So we were taking it steady. We followed the car in front of us for ages, caught him up super quick, like really quick, and then decided mutually to just sort of sit back a little bit, follow him for the rest of the lap, get an eye in, get a feel for the car and for the course and everything. But we were so much quicker than that car that following him and staying behind him intentionally was really difficult, because he pulls over at one point, so we have to pass him. We couldn't go any slower. I think we could have pushed on if we wanted to earlier and overtook him and really pushed on, but then we might have risked some damage to the car, not really taking in the course fully, and this was going to be a tough course, so we wanted to finish. Once we got past the first car, obviously we were then in 3rd position, so we were just pushing on. We've got 2 more cars in front of us to get into pole. Further on in the first lap, we were pushing on a little bit more. Now we've got past this first car and we came to one of the rock climbs, and we came across the 2nd place car. At that point, he was out the car, helmet off and everything, so we knew that his day was done. Checked on him, he was all good. We moved past and carried on course. We knew at that point we were in 2nd place. Second lap, we pushed on quite a bit further. In his monster of a car, and he was well down the road, we knew, and we knew with the horsepower in the car that he got that he could beat on that thing and really put in some quality lap times that we weren't going to match, and I didn't want to destroy the car. So at that point it was a case of tyre management, make sure the car makes it to the end of the race and do as much as we need to do to make sure that we stay in that second position. We're never going to catch Cole Clark at this point, and we don't want to destroy the car trying. A few more clean laps and everything was going well. We just needed one more lap to get it in and bring the car home, so that's what we did. Knuckled down, kept everything super clean, great navigation from Stuart, we got on really well, and yeah, it was just, everything went really, really well.
Well, congratulations goes back to Cole Clark, the unofficial winner of the 4900.
Got the final lap in, brought it across the line, finished second. Couldn't be any happier with that. It was a great result for the circumstances, not having the locker in the front, and then also having a co-driver that we'd met an hour before. Our qualifying session, I think, was pretty cool. A great result to fly in from the UK and you know, and get it done. The course was amazing. So AreaBFE is such an amazing place. The terrain there is unreal, and it's so vast as well, and it really, really tests the car. It beat on the car a lot, you know. We weren't going at 100%. We were doing what we needed to do to get the finish and to get that second place. It's such a cool place, an amazing, amazing part of the world.
From across the pond, Shabs Piercy flies over here, gets his car, does a little prep work in second spot. Good on you, buddy.
Thank you, mate. Yeah. We had a good day, really good day.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah, of course, wasn't tore up yet. So yeah.
It was smooth out there, super smooth.
Yeah, something like that. But again, coming all the way from England to race with us in the States, that's really cool to see how ULTRA4 has expanded worldwide. It's amazing.
Yeah, we love it out here. Like, the reception we get from people is super cool. Everybody's really nice. The courses are always amazing. That is just epic. And yeah, we love it out here. We'll keep coming back.
What's the next race you're coming for ULTRA4?
We're going to do Vegas Arena.
Nice. All right. So who helped you get here in that second position?
This guy.
Oh,
obviously.
A little bit.
We met an hour before qualifying yesterday, so and he jumped in.
Had just enough time to put the comms in the helmet and then jump in while he was in staging.
I love it.
So,
and then also obviously my wife Kim, I literally would still be in bed in England without her. So yeah, I have big respect to her. And then Harrison, my mechanic, he did absolutely nothing today because we had such a great race.
Well, that's perfect.
So yeah, let's stay amazing.
All right, we'll give it up. Second position for Shabs Piercy. Well, it was an amazing race for the All Things UTV Open class. Give it up for Bailey Cole, Shabs Piercy, and top of the box, Cole Clark.
It was really cool to come from the UK, fly out to the USA and to a really beautiful part of the USA, jump in our car, do some cool racing.
It's impossible.
Come back with a trophy.
Yay!
Jeez.
What an incredible place, and we did some cool stuff with some cool people, and that's exactly why we do it.